So your doubts and everything, end of the session, we are going to clarify. But one thing I need to clarify yesterday's session. So yesterday's session level, we are observed some kind of margin, padding, border, flow to these things. But this position kind of things, more clarity is required. So position elements using CSS, static, relative, absolute, fixed. What is the meaning of that one? Okay. So even how to use bootstrap kind of thing, that basics also you need to understand. So that reason we are going to focus in this part, and after this one, this is the JavaScript basics. We are going to start another session level. We are going to focusing more on CSS position kind of things today. So how to do that one? We need to focus. More clarity is required. Practically also we need to develop that one. But I'm going to writing some kind of running notes also. So when position elements on web page is there, one website is there, that website level some particular portion is there, one div tag is there. The div tag position, that position through the CSS, we can able to provide several position options. I'm good writing here. Heading is CSS position positions. Okay, that is the topic we are going to focusing. So here, when positioning elements on a web page, CSS provides several positionings options. Okay, what are the options are available? By default, static. Okay, static means fixed, common. Example also I will explain that one, don't worry. Practical I will show that one. Next one is what? Relative. Next one is what? Absolute. I'm going to say absolute. Another one is what? Absolute after fixed. These are the things you need to understand. First, we need to understand the static. By default, in the web page level, any kind of element. Element means what? Div tag, paragraph, right? Those are all elements. Okay, web page level, by default, all elements have a static position. Static means whatever the way you are going to design HTML, that position is static position. Here we need to define static. What is the static? By default, I'm going to writing your understanding purpose 3D also. By default, all elements have a static position. In this position mode, elements follow the normal document flow. Okay. Another kind of point is, in this position mode, elements follow the normal document flow and are not affected by any positioning. Any positioning. Okay, so we need to see one example so that we need to get the clarity. Example. For example, I'm going to providing here one div tag. Let us assume opening and closing the div tag. Please put more attention. This is a very important designing level positioning. Web page level, one particular division, how to fix. That is a very important CSS. Okay, so div class. Class or ID also you can use. Right now I'm using the class. This class name I'm going to say container. Okay. This class level I'm going to provide the div tag. What is the div tag? We are opening and closing the div tag. Within this div tag level, I'm going to provide the class equal to box. I'm going to provide it. Here I'm going to say box1. Okay. Similarly, I need to define one more div, opening and closing the div. Okay. Here I need to provide class equal to. I need to provide another kind of one box. Here class equal to box only. Okay. But this is the box is what? Box 2. This is the way I'm going to define the one HTML. Let us assume this is the web page. This is the web page. Okay. This web page related CSS I need to write now. Let us assume this is the HTML part. HTML part. This is the one. Okay. Now I need to concentrating on CSS. That CSS level static functionality you need to understand. So how to define the static here? I need to define here dot class means dot. Here what is the CSS I need to focus box. Okay. Opening here flower bracket and close the flower bracket. Here I need to specify that box background color. Background hyphen color. We need to provide what? For example, light blue. You can give whatever color you want. So in this particular example, what you are understanding, the two boxes will appear one, right? Below the other in the container because they have a static position. We need to understand this one. How to understand? Go to their workspace. Where is my workspace? New HTML is the workspace, right? Here I need to provide here separate kind of folder. That folder name I'm going to say what? Position. I'm going to providing positions. So easily organizing purpose, I'm going to using this folder. So here we need to open the Visual Studio Code. Why? Because I need to type the HTML. So that there is an I need to open the VS Code. So now there is no file here. Okay. Here we need to create one HTML page. What are the page? Static position related, right? That is a static dot HTML I'm given. Okay. Here HTML structure, how to get that one? Exclamatory symbol and press enter. We can get the HTML structure automatically. Here meta tags, I don't want that one, remove. Okay. Title is static position. Static, not this one. Go to here, VS Code, static, come on. Static position. Okay. Now my intention is what? This kind of division I need to provide. Where body level I need to provide this one. Okay. Alt Shift F alignment is done properly. If I want to provide the CSS, how to provide the CSS here at that tag level? I need to provide what? Style tag I need to use. Okay. The style tag level, you need to specify realm. You can use style directly. We can see what is happen. Okay. First understand this part. This is what? Box. Box means what? Dot box. Open the flower brackets. Here, what is that one? Background color. What is that color? Light blue. I am going to provide it. Save it. Save it. So now you can see here HTML is there or not. If I'm opening this one, see both boxes. Okay, the two boxes will appear one below the other one. This is the one box. This is another kind of box. Even I'm going to providing, your understanding purpose here. Borders also you can able to provide. Borders also you can able to provide, but you need to understand here. HTML page is this is the way. Okay. Here two boxes are available. Box 1 followed by another kind of box. It is going to display here. Okay. The two boxes will appear one below the other in the container because they have a static position. That is the point you need to understand. Okay. Go to here. Here I need to provide in the example above the two here in the example above the two boxes will appear one below the other in the container. Okay, container, because I need to provide that information also because they have a static position. A static position. Okay, so that is the point you need to understand. Now, what is the relative? Relative, how to provide that one? You need to understand the relative kind of functionality now. So, people are understood. Static means what? By default layout, one after another one, it is going to display. That is nothing but a static, simple. Right? Next, relative. What is the meaning of relative? With a relative position or positioning, and element is positioned relative to its normal position in the document document flow document flow. So it can be moved using the top or bottom or left and right properties. Okay, other elements around it will still occupy the original space only. We are going to see the practically so that you can get the more clarity. Other elements around it will still occupy the original space. You need to see the example. So once you are going to see the example, you can get the more clarity. Okay. So this notes I need to share now. That's the reason I'm going to writing here. After that, creating the file, copy paste that one. Div tag of opening. Here I need to provide what? Class equal to container. Okay, within that, I need to provide the div tag, opening and closing the div tag. This div tag, how to recognizing? Class equal to box. Here I'm going to providing what? Box. Within that, I need to provide what? Box 1 I'm going to provide it. Next, I need to provide here what? One more div tag I'm going to using here, opening and closing the div tag. Within that, I need to provide here what? Equal to class equal to box, and I need to provide here CSS name is different kind of a class name, box space box hyphen relative. You can give any name also. Just understanding purpose, I'm going to provide in the box relative like that. Okay. So first box is normal kind of static kind of a position. Second division is what? Relative type I need to maintain. That is the purpose I'm going to define the two different kind of classes. So here we are going to define like this. Then how to write the CSS? This is the HTML part. This is the HTML part. Then how to provide here CSS. I need to move this one into the top so that you can get visibility. Right. Now here we need to move CSS part. This CSS level, I need to specify the box CSS. What the box CSS previously I'm going to provide it background color, right? Background color. I need to provide here background hyphen color, same kind of color, light to blue. I'm going to provide it. Next, I need to use this is the CSS. This is the CSS class. Okay, how to provide this one class? Whenever I'm using dot, I need to specify open the flower bracket and close the flower bracket. Here I need to set the position is different. How to provide the position? This position is a relative position. I need to provide relative. Like that I'm providing. I need to specify the position where I want to see that one left side 50 pixels. I need to see that one, and top, from the top I want to see that one is 20 pixel position level. I want to see that one. This is the kind of way we need to provide and test this one. This is the another kind of page. Go to here and creating one more page for that one, relative dot html. Okay, here HTML structure is required. That is I'm taking that one, or remove this meta tags. I don't want to see the meta tags. Okay, here I need to provide what, a relative position. Okay, so here whatever the div tags I'm going to define here, same I need to copy this one. I need to copy this one and paste into the where body level. So CSS how to apply? We need to use what? Style. We need to use what here? Style tag I need to specify, right? That style tag level, whatever the CSS I mentioned here, that CSS I'm going to copy paste it. So take this one and paste it. Alt Shift F alignment is done. Save it. Now go to the folder and open the relative. Open the relative now. Open the relative now. So it is going to get here. The position is, see this one, what happened? This, if you want to provide the more width, more space, you can get the more clarity. I'm going to give here one 250 this one, and here 220 I'm going to provide it. Then you can get the more clarity. That positions, what happened? If I'm going to provide it this kind of way, light blue, okay, fine. That boxes are both are same kind of color, but here box relative I need to provide. CSS is what? Box relative. Where is that CSS here? I don't want to use this one. This is the class directly. I need to provide. I need to provide dot box relative. I'm going to providing and go to here and refresh this one. Oh, this is the relative position. Relative position. So this position after another one, it is following immediately. Both div tags are class name same. That is the static. So position where I want to display, that is the relative. So this box is separately particular position level. I need to provide, that is what? Relative. So this relative level apply the CSS that is not affected in the this box level. Okay, so this kind of representation is what? Relative representation. This kind of representation is what? Relative representation. So that explanation also I'm going to adding here. Later point of time again we can get the doubt now. That's the reason I'm going to providing here in the above example. Above example, and the second box will be positioned what? Which position I'm going to maintain that one second box? So 250. Okay, 250, 250. What is that one? 250 pixels. Okay, pixels to the right, and What is that one here? What is the 250 now? First one 250, after that 220. 220. 220 pixels down. Okay, down from its original original position. Original position. Through that example, you need to understand this one. So relative position means whatever the by default position it is there, we are going to skip that position and we are going to providing according to our wish that particular position we are going to specify. That is what? Relative position, relative, and you can specify left to top, right to bottom, like that you can specify that one. So that is what? Relative position. That is representation is what? Relative position. Next, another one is also you need to understand what is that one? Absolute. Next, we need to focusing on what? Absolute. So here, when an element has absolute position, it is positioned relative to its nearest position and ancestor. Ancestor means beside, beside, beside whatever it is there with position value other than static value, it is going to get. I will show that practically instead of going to writing theoretically here. You can get the more clarity after seeing the example. I will give that terminology. Why? Because that terminology might be some people are not able to understand. Why? Because that kind of ancestor, that kind of words sometimes we cannot able to understand. Of course, some people are understanding, but my point of view, showing the example, after that I would write the theoretical kind of thing. So what is the example is required here? Example I need to provide, right? Div tags based only we are going to start it. That there is a div opening and closing. Here I need to provide the class equal to container. Okay, this container level div tag I'm going to opening and closing the div tag. Within that I need to provide here what? Box one, and I need to specify here what? Class equal to box I'm going to provide it. Next I need to use here what? Another div tag I'm going to opening and closing the div tag. So this tag, this div tag recognition purpose, class equal to box level, within that absolute I'm going to provide it, and we need to provide here box 2. This is the HTML kind of code. HTML, this is what? HTML kind of code. Okay, next CSS we need to focus here. CSS. So how to use the CSS? First, box color you can define as it is. So I don't want to type here, just I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this one as it is. I'm going to providing here. So copy paste. So color is same. Next, I need to provide dot box hyphen absolute. Open the flower bracket and close the flower bracket. Here, what is I need to mention here? Position. Position. What is the position? Absolute position. Okay. Here, absolutely position where I need to set left. I need to provide left side 100 pixel. I'm going to provide it. After the top position, absolutely top position is what is required. I need to provide here 150 pixel. I'm going to provide it. So this is the kind of way I'm going to mention. So we can see that one, what the effect, what the absolute position functionality practically. So that is the purpose. I need to go to here and create in one more file. What is the file name I need to provide here? Absolute dot HTML. Positions you need to focus. Here rename by because semicolon is there, that HTML. Okay. Now we need to use exclamatory symbol and get the structure quickly and remove this meta tags. Remove this meta tags. Here I need to provide what? Absolute absolute position. That is my title. Here we need to define the HTML, right? Just I'm going to copy paste here. Go to the notepad and whatever the HTML is that simple. I need to copy this one. How I'm going to testing here similarly you need to practice. Okay, so style, how to add this HTML style tag is required. Within that I need to provide here what the CSS is there. That CSS simply I need to copy this one and go to here and paste it. Okay, so here semicolon, not for the colon, that is the reason showing the red mark. Here S missing, so that's the reason we are going to say yellow type. Okay, here semicolon is missing. So this is the way we need to identify ID tool benefit. Alt Shift F alignment is done. Okay, now I need to test this one. Go to the positions folder and open the absolute. See this one? It is not at all. See position level. That entire box. See this one? Entire box is, it is showing what? Very lengthy kind of box. See this one? But here, whatever the positions you are going to mention, that particular position level only this box is there, right? It is not occupied this lengthy kind of one, right? Absolute top and left and top, whatever the values you are going to specify based on that only, that particular area, that particular box only, it is going to occupy. It is not occupy entire width, right? So this is the static, one after another one. This is what a relative, one particular position you can able to move. Absolute, exactly that particular position values. If you want to set, you can use what? Absolute. Sometimes you can see news kind of things, any kind of news item is there in the sidebar level, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, that kind of symbols it is showing. You can share that news to the particular websites, right? Or WhatsApp or Instagram or Facebook, that kind of icons it is showing, and you can share that news, right? So that kind of one is what? Fixed. That positions are fixed. Even scroll up, scroll down also, it is showing WhatsApp symbol, Facebook symbol, it is showing the fixed kind of one. See. I will show one example. Open the Enadu. Enadu level, if you are going to open, for example, just understanding purpose. I don't want to see this one. See this one? This kind of one. Sometimes these kind of symbols you can able to see here, left side or right side. Facebook, Twitter, UV. Okay. Whenever I'm going to scroll up, scroll down also, scroll up, scroll down also, I don't want to change. Okay, suppose I need to use some other kind of thing, uh, so something, any kind of, so if I'm going to click this one, always it is showing here only. Sometimes we can get here side. So that is the cases level. Scroll up, scroll down also, these kind of symbols are position is fixed. So that kind of way I need to define. That is the purpose. That is the purpose. We need to define what? Fixed. How to define the fixed? How to define the fixed? Before go to that one, your understanding is important. Here nodes also I need to mention. Absolute. What is the absolute? Here we are going to mention, but we are not added for that one. When an element has absolute positioning, uh, it it is positioned relative to its nearest positioned ancestor. Okay, an ancestor with a position value other than static. Okay, I don't want to give the more complex, simply ancestor or to the initial containing block. Okay, if no positioned ancestor is found, other elements will not occupy occupy the occupy the space of the absolutely positioned element. Okay, so this is the example. Just a later point of time, if you are refer, you need to understand that the reason I'm going to mention that kind of explanation. Now we need to focus on what? Fixed. Elements with fixed positions are positioned relative to the viewport. Again, here also we need to see the example. So simply what I need to do, I need to take that value. I need to take the value here. So here we need to write directly example. After that, we are going to write the theoretical example. First, we need to focus. Okay, what are the example? First, HTML part. This HTML part is as it is. I'm going to copy this one first. After that, I'm going to modify here. After that, I'm going to modify here. So what the modification is required here? I need to change this one is fixed. That's it. Now I need to provide the CSS for this one. I need to provide CSS. How to write the CSS? How to write the CSS? We need to write the CSS is as it is the background color is. I don't want to type again. Simply I need to take entire thing. I'm going to copy paste and changing that one. Okay. Just I'm going to copy paste here. Instead of using here absolute, I need to provide what? Fixed. I'm going to providing. Here you need to provide. Here you need to provide some kind of position you need to specify, and you can check that one. Okay, so how to test this one whether it is working fine or not? We need to go to here workspace and creating what? Fixed dot html. So fixed dot html explanatory symbol is required so that we can get the HTML structure. Remove this meta tags. Remove this meta tags. What kind of example this one? Fixed position. Okay, fixed position. HTML part I need to copy. I need to copy this HTML part. So we are already changed to fixed only, right? Go to here and paste in the body. Next CSS is required, right? So CSS also I need to copy this one. I need to apply CSS here. So how to apply? We need to use a style. Within the style level, copy paste. Here also again what is required? Semicolon, and we need to provide here S is missing here. Yes, I'm going to providing here also semicolon is required, right? Alt Shift F alignment is done. Okay, so now we need to open this one. Okay, where is that one? Fixed. I'm going to providing here. I'm not changing much more here. If I'm going to using any kind of scroll bar, okay, so that is the cases level here. 100 only it is there. For example, I'm going to providing left side is 200 and top is I'm going to provide 350 and save this one. Save this one here. What it is happen? We need to check. Okay, HTML is we are going to using what? Absolute box. Here I need to change. Otherwise, that is not affected. Fixed. Now you can go to here and refresh this one, right? This is the way it is going to opening. If it is a scroll bar is available, then you can able to scroll up and down also. This box is fixed. How to test this one? We need to get the scroll bar, right? We need to get the scroll bar, then only we can able to see that one. So that is the purpose. What I need to do, I need to use here. I need to use here some kind of BR tags. I'm going to specify BR tags. What is the purpose? Break the line. Okay. So BR tags, I'm going to providing this one. Just I'm going to copy. I want to see the scroll bar basically. Okay, I want to see much more breaks. I'm going to provide it. Save it. Go to here. Is it getting any kind of scroll bar? Still, it is not getting right. So we need to check some more. Some more also. I need to provide that one so that we can able to see scroll bar or not. Why? Because whenever I'm going to scrolling, that is fixed or not. We need to check. Okay. So just checking purpose some paragraph and page end like that I'm providing. So go to here and refresh this one. Now scroll bar is getting. Okay. Now scrolling this one, that box is fixed or not. See, the box is fixed or not. Even you can use here WhatsApp symbol, Facebook symbol, Twitter symbol. You can use that one. But whenever I'm going to scrolling, see this one, page end, this one. This is the page end. So that box is fixed position or not. So people are understood what is the benefit of fixed. So this is the kind of way CSS is working. Now go to that one, that theoretical part also I'm going to adding. After that, here elements with fixed positioning are positioned relative to the viewport. Viewport meaning meaning they will stay in the same position even when the page is scrolled. It creates a floating effect. That is what we can say, floating effect. Interrogator is asking the question. Did you implemented any floating effect? Floating means what? In Telugu, telatam. Water in on top of the water. If we are going to using any kind of object, it is going to on top of the water level only. It is there. That is called floating, right? So similar kind of way here also. People are understood this one. People are following. Any doubt? So basically, positions are how many types are available? How many types are available? We are going to observe how many types here. Four types, right? What are that one? First one is what? Static. By default, whatever it is that position is static. Static effect. What is the static effect? Suppose multiple divisions are there, one after another one, it is going to display first division. What is the positions are there? Same effect. Second division level also it is getting. That is the meaning of that one. Relative means one first division is one kind of position and second division is another kind of position level. If you want to apply, you can use that one position. Okay. Next, another one is what? Absolute level and position level difference is what? Position is occupy entire width, but absolute is not for entire width. That particular division borders, whatever you are going to specify, left, top, bottom, right, if you want to specify that one, that particular box level only it is going to occupy that one. Background color we are observed, right? Even I'm going to showing here one more time. See this one. This is the static. Okay, both are same kind of way. Relative. So relative is position we are going to change it, but width is occupy fully. Okay, but absolute is not like that. That particular position, that particular top and left, if you are going to using that one, you can get like this. Okay, fixed kind of position is this is the way, but whenever I'm going to scrolling, it is not at all changing. Fixed, it is going to get the fixed. Okay, so this kind of way positions are people are going to using that one. Okay.